So, an amazing story was unfolding in Russia today. Do not confuse with the news, propaganda outlet, right? 50 saboteurs, somehow, too much for the Bryansk region. They can even get to Moscow on a ride. I wonder how they got in if the border is locked. You might be thinking, Top Sanma, what is this about 50 saboteurs? Well, Russia was reporting today that there's people who got killed and wounded in the Bryansk region in Russia because they were shot by Ukrainian saboteurs. And then they said that at least 6 people were captured by Ukrainian saboteurs in Bryansk region. That's weird. What's happening? Well, a week ago, Ukrainian authorities warned of possible provocations at the border. They said that there was some unknown guys in the pixel uniforms close to the northern border of Ukraine, and they were expecting some provocation, false flag operations from Russia. Now, what happened today was unexpected by everyone, I think. So they started pressing the news. Anything goes. Wounded by Ukrainian saboteurs in the village Lyubechane. Small girl died in a hospital. Wait, never mind. The girl who got hurt by Ukrainian saboteurs, she actually didn't die. She actually survived. The local authorities said that her condition is stable. What? What girl? All of a sudden, they're saying that more than 100 people are now took as hostages by Ukrainian saboteurs. Man, what, from 6 to 100? Dude, from 0 to 100 in half an hour. According to the messages, approximately at 10 a.m., at least 80 Ukrainian saboteurs waltzed in the Bryansk region, split up, and went to the village Sushany and Lyubechane, where they took local citizens as hostages. Bruh. Excuse me? 100 hostages, 80 saboteurs, who will give more? Dude, it keeps going. They're saying that the deputy of the governor of Bryansk region said that it's not true that the... oh, by the way, I didn't mention it, but they started saying that Ukrainian saboteurs shot at a school bus. And the deputy of the governor of Bryansk region said that it's not true because currently all the kids are learning remotely. So there's no buses. Wait, never mind. It's not 80 guys. It's 40 guys. They took also people in the village Sushany in the Bryansk region, and there is a fight going on, of course. Wait, never mind. It's 50. It's not 40, it's not 80, it's 50. Okay, guys, 50 saboteurs, okay, took hostages in the village Sushany, okay? According to preliminary data, guys, so, it's all okay. A group of 50 armed people with yellow stripes waltzed in on the territory of the village in Bryansk region, and part of the village was taken as hostages. Other people ran away, and the other who didn't just closed their doors in their homes. Never mind, guys, we're back to 80, dude. According to the messages, at least in 10 a.m., about 80 Ukrainian, of course, diversants went to the territory of Bryansk region, split up, and went to different villages, and they took hostages and everything, Already, of course, happening within, several hours, they're already taking interviews for some people. Says a woman who lives in Sushany, who is in the epicenter of events, said Ridavka that Ukrainian, of course, she just identified them, visually. Ukrainian saboteur group entered the village, and according to her words, 7 people with AKs went towards one street, and apparently, 73 went towards the other? Guys, we gotta get to the 80s, All in all, in the village, there was several dozen people, of course. They burned one house, and now they took hostages in the houses. So I just imagine 80 Ukrainian troops just walk into a Russian village, burning one house, just looking at it like this, standing in a circle, looking at it, drinking coffee. It's okay, let's grab hostages now. That's the plan. The local citizens panic, and the woman with the shaky voice tell us about what's happening right now. I saw everything with my own eyes. There, with grenade launchers, automatic rifles, and pamphlets? They were shooting at the woman that was just standing near the house. She was hysterical, the woman. Then there was a message. Wow, big deal. Reported that Putin will soon hold an emergency meeting of the Security Council of Russian Federation in connection with the filming of an action-packed action movie in the Bryansk region. I mean, not action-packed, but you know what I'm saying. Now it's 1 p.m. This is all happening within 2 or 3 hours. The statements of the urgency services, as if from the local citizens, about dozens of saboteurs, destruction of local infrastructure, and many hostages taken. Actually, it's not true. and is done by the Center of Informational Psychological Operations of AFU to create panic and confuse people. But no, never mind. Actually, they didn't only take hostages. The local feldsher, I would assume like a field doctor or like just a doctor in the village Lubichane of Bryansk region, and they took him in unknown direction. No, never mind. The doctor that was taken hostages by Ukrainian saboteur group in the village Lubichane is actually home. This was told to the news outlet Zvezda, the head of the village administration, Nikolai Samusev. The settlement, of which he is the head of the administration, is near the village Lubichane. According to his words, the information about that the doctor was home, he discovered from his neighbors. He also told the news outlet that the situation in the village is alarming and people are hiding in their homes. Guys, we get the videos and turns out these are not fucking Ukrainian saboteur group, who would have thought. It's actually soldiers of the Russian Volunteer Corps in the Bryansk region. So, friends, it finally happened. The Russian Volunteer Corps went through the border with Russian Federation. And proof is behind my back. We do not fight civilians. We do not kill people without weapons. This is time for regular Russian citizens to understand that they're not slaves. Start fighting. Start fighting for yourself. Oh, damn. It is actually for real. We are...
The 80 Ukrainians stole a family's larder.
So he says, we are Russian Volunteer Battalion. Recording this video from Bryansk region. We came here not as saboteurs, but as liberators on our own land. They hate Putin, yeah. To free people from Putin army, executors and rapists. We're not fighting local civilians. We came here to free you. We're asking you to take up weapons and fight with Putin, Kremlin, bloody regime. Glory to Russian Volunteer Corps. Death to Kremlin tyranny. Damn. Then there was a statement that, never mind, Putin is not going to announce the Security Council meeting. Of course, makes sense, because not Ukrainians went for Bryansk, but Russians, which means there's a civil war, of course, right? So this is interesting, the comment from our reconnaissance. The Russian Federation today is such an entity within which there are a large number of inter-ethnic, that's interesting that they use the same word twice, inter-religious, socio-political, and other conflicts. Today there is public statement from Russian Volunteer Corps. They are the people who fighting with weapons in their hands against the Putin regime and those who support it. Perhaps the Russians are starting to wake up, realize something and take some specific measures. Then there was some statements that Ukrainian saboteur group just walked away. Apparently. But it was just, it was great, man. What a story, dude. What a story, Mark. One of the fighters from the that corps confirmed to the Important Stories publication that the Russian Volunteer Corps did indeed enter the territory of Bryansk region. I just came from there. There were 45 of us on this task. We went in, filmed, ambushed 2 BMPs. I didn't see any children, but there was 1 injured border guard. No hostages were taken. Borders closed, right? Have you imagined the faces of border guards? Dude, they just walked in. Like, unironically, Russia is like naked. There's nothing. That was a great fucking story, man. What a great blockbuster, dude.